Have you ever wondered about the quirky, mysterious world of three-wheeled cars? Picture a time when vehicles with just three wheels were the norm, and manufacturers cranked out over 1,200 unique models. But here's the catch. Morgan and Messerschmitt may be the only names that come to mind, right? Well, buckle up, because what you're about to uncover might just blow your mind. In the early days of automotive design, cars weren't always the four-wheeled machines we know and love today. Three-wheeled cars were once the epitome of innovative engineering, compact, lightweight, and often fuel-efficient. In fact, the very first cars were crafted with just three wheels, and since then, more than 1,200 different models of these unique vehicles have been created. From the sleek designs that pushed the boundaries of engineering to the quirky creations that turned heads for all the wrong reasons, the world of three-wheeled cars is full of surprises. The history of these rare machines reveals a fascinating chapter in automotive evolution, one that most people rarely think about. So, let's take a journey through the most fascinating three-wheelers ever built. Get ready to discover 10 iconic three-wheeled cars that ruled their era. And trust me, you won't want to miss number 1. So start with number 10. We might as well start with the company best known for producing cars with one wheel missing. Morgan started out in 1909 and soon built up a following for its cars which were successful in trialing as well as racing. As you can see, despite the diminutive proportions and slightly low wheel count, there was still enough room for adults to travel in luxury. And number 9. Brogan, 1946. Ohio-based Frank Brogan set up a new company in 1946 to build a utilitarian three-wheeler named after himself. And why wouldn't you want to name a car after yourself when it looks this good? This is actually his second three-wheeler. The first featured its single wheel at the front and an air-cooled 10 bhp single-cylinder engine. This later car switched the single wheel to the back. Brogan built about 30 cars in all. Number 8. The Davis Divan, 1947, wasn't your typical three-wheeler. Stretching 4.7 meters in length and weighing 1,111 kilograms, this unique vehicle was powered by a 2.2-liter engine. It featured a single bench seat that could accommodate 4 passengers abreast, making it a bit unstable. As a result, no production models were ever made, but 17 prototypes were built. One of these can be found at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. Number 7. The Invacar 1947 was the car of choice for disabled drivers in the post-war years. It was almost worth losing an arm to drive one, though you'd have to pay 25% more. Over the next 5 years, 6 iterations of the Invacar were produced, leading to the MK8 in 1952, skipping the MK7. This model was a significant upgrade, featuring basic weather protection for a more comfortable driving experience. Number 6. In 1948, Laurie Bond, 1907 to 1974, introduced the only British-made three-wheeler, apart from Morgan. Designed for maximum economy, the car had no rear suspension, no doors, a plastic windscreen, no front brakes, and was powered by a 6 bhp 122cc engine. It was incredibly cheap to buy and run, which made it a popular choice. Due to strong sales, Bond introduced a deluxe model with an upgraded 8 bhp 197cc single-cylinder engine. Number 5. Fritz Fend, who had worked for Messerschmitt during World War II, turned his focus to building pedal-powered three-wheelers for injured soldiers after the war. The first cars appeared in 1948, but in 1949 the more advanced Mk2 version was introduced. Powered by a 2.5 bhp 98cc engine, the Flitzer could reach 38 miles per hour. Its most bizarre feature was the inflatable ribbed roof. The Flitzer Mk2 proved so enticing that 252 buyers were willing to pay for one. Number 4. Based in Czechoslovakia, the Stransky brothers developed the first Velerex prototype in 1943, but production didn't begin until 1950. The vehicle featured a steel tube space frame housing a 175cc engine, later upgraded to 250cc, then 350cc. The body was made from clipped canvas sheets to protect against the elements. Lightweight, economical, and surprisingly fast, over 15,000 units were sold before production ceased in 1971. Number 3. Most Japanese car makers began with small models, and Daihatsu's first passenger car was this three-wheeler, powered by a rear-mounted 804cc air-cooled flat twin engine. It probably handled like a shrunken 911. At over 4 meters long, it was a big car for such a tiny engine, which is why it topped out at just 49 miles per hour. Around 300 units were produced. Do any still survive today? Number 2. As the advertisement claimed, the Heinkel cabine was impressively fast and offered a spacious, comfortable interior. No wonder the family inside looks so content. One of the most famous and beloved bubble cars, the Heinkel was also sold in the UK under the Trojan name, with around 30,000 units produced in total. So here is number 1 most fascinating car of that era. The Coronet 1957. It aimed to create a microcar with the style and comfort of a full-sized car, earning the tagline, "The world's best three-wheeler." And who could disagree? Powered by a 328cc engine, it could reach 57 miles per hour, and despite its high price at launch, around 250 units were produced between 1957 and 1960. Which of these three-wheelers do you remember the most, and which one caught your eye as the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more car content.